is goody my hoodies? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing an Island 3 progression guide. Alrighty folks, so today I'm going to be going over everything you should be doing to progress as quickly as possible in Island 3. So with that being said, I'm going to be covering which pickaxes you should buy, when you should buy them, how you can buy them. I'm also going to be covering what armor you should be forging with different types of recipes for different stages of the game. Now first things first guys, before you even come to this world, you should at least have the arcane pickaxe. Now a majority of you probably already know what that is, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys in case you didn't know. So to get the arcane pickaxe, you're gonna come to world 1 here and then find Bard, grab his quest. He's gonna ask you to find his guitar, and to find his guitar you're gonna head inside the cave here, walk a little bit down, there we go, and then turn left right here, and you're gonna jump in this little hole right here. Behind those leaves there's gonna be a guitar here. You pick it up. Now after you hand the guitar into Bard, he's gonna give you a key which you can bring over here. Just keep walking down over here. Alrighty folks, so after you do all that, you should unlock this secret entrance over here, and then that's gonna let you get this arcane pickaxe over here. So this thing's gonna have a mine power of 115, which is gonna be good for the beginner rocks in Island 3. So make sure to get your hands on that, and it is fairly cheap. You should get it just from doing all the quests in Island 2. Now, Island 2 does also have this demonic pickaxe over here with a mine power of 180, but I would not recommend getting this, guys. I recommend actually skipping this, and you'll see why later in the video. Alrighty folks, now that you have your arcane pickaxe, you are all set to start Island 3. Now as soon as you get to this island, first thing you want to do before even thinking about doing a quest or exploring, just turn around from spawn right here and come over here and talk to Santa. Now this guy is going to be very valuable in this world, guys. So he's going to offer you 3 quests, which are forge items, mine rocks, and kill enemies. Now the forge items quest never changes. It's just going to be to forge 3 weapons and 3 armors, and you guys can do this every day and it never changes. However, his next 2 quests, the mine rocks and kill enemies quests, they progressively get harder as you go. For example, guys, I will show you. I actually have his last mine rocks quest over here, which is the cold as snow. Now it's going to ask you to mine floating crystals. Now you are going to have to be progressed very late game to do this quest, but the good thing is this is the 5th day of the quest, so as long as you follow this guide you should get there. But after you guys finish the 5 days of the quest, it actually resets and it goes back to day 1. So you just do 5 days and then it goes back to day 1 and it keeps going like that. For example, I'll show you guys. I already finished the 5 days of my kill enemies quest, and watch if I grab this real quick. Now you guys can see it actually says day 2 instead of day 5 over here. And it's asking me to kill diamond spiders and prismarine spiders, which is fairly easy for me, but it does get progressively harder. And yeah, now that you guys understand Santa's quests, let's explain why they're so important. So he's gonna go ahead and give you these things called X-Mix tickets, and these things are absolutely insane, guys. So if we head on over to his shop right here and we scroll down, look at all these rewards that you can end up buying with his tickets. Now you're going to see down here, here's the candy cane pickaxe and the Christmas pickaxe. Now I would completely ignore these because they're going to be very inefficient to buy in my opinion. What you are going to want to look at is race rerolls. Now these are very good, guys. So let's say you don't have a really good race. I personally am very unlucky, so I don't have a good race. If you have anything below angel, demon, or archangel, I would spend all your tickets on this. But before doing any of that, guys, you're going to want to buy this Hell Slayer right here. Now this thing is absolutely insane and it's only 200 tickets. This is the first thing you are going to want to buy in this world, guys, because this thing is going to be insane later on. After you buy that, you actually come over to the forge. You're going to see your Hell Slayer right here for a 1 out of 10 chance, and you see the chaos is a 1 out of 16, but the Hell Slayer is actually a lot better. It's just going to add to your chances of getting a better weapon, so that's why it's really useful, guys. Alright folks, now we're done discussing the event. Now you're probably wondering, oh, where do I even start? I just came to this world. So you should have a trail that's going to be pointing over here to Bjorn. Now you're going to talk to Bjorn and he's going to ask you to kill 5 spiders. So let me show you where to do that. Now when you see Iceman right here, you're going to take a right turn and then just head straight, and then you will see something called the spider cave, guys. Now once you're in the spider cave, you're gonna see these crystal spiders. They're not that strong, guys. As long as you have some decent weapons, you should be able to kill them fairly easily. So go ahead and kill your 5 spiders, and after that I'll show you what to do. Alrighty, now that you killed those 5 spiders, you're actually going to be able to talk to Sensei Morrow now and pick up his quest. Now if you don't do that 5 spider quest first, you will not be able to talk to Sensei Morrow, so make sure you do that and then talk to him, pick up his quest, and actually after you finish that, you're gonna have to come back to Bjorn and pick up his quest again, and he's basically just gonna be the Rowan of this world. He's gonna have all the enemy quests, and then Sensei Moore's gonna have all the mining quests. But now that you have both those quest lines picked up, those are gonna be the 2 main quest lines. You're gonna come back to the spider cave and just start mining away at icy pebbles, guys. Now I personally one-shot them. I'm not gonna bother that guy, but I personally one-shot them, but you're obviously not gonna be doing that. You see this guy right here actually has the arcane pickaxe, guys. Now you see what he's doing? Just do exactly what he's doing. Just run around, mine your icy pebbles and just keep mining, guys. Now as you progress and you do more of Sensei Morrow's quests, you are going to start building up some cash, but it's probably not going to be enough for what we're going to need, so just make sure to keep mining, guys. Now as you start mining, guys, you are going to start collecting these ores over here for the Frostfire Expanse. Now these ores already have a way better multiplier than the old ores from Island 2. Now after questing a bit in there and you start to feel like you're hitting a blocking point, I would recommend coming over here. So you guys see spawn right there, you're going to see the statue, and then keep walking and jump up here. You see this campfire. Now normally there's a raven right here. You're gonna pick up this raven's quest and he's gonna be asking you to mine some icy pebbles and kill some spiders, so you're gonna want to complete that quest. Now after you guys finish that quest over there, turn it back in, and then he's gonna give you something called the raven's helmet, and then after that he's also gonna teleport over here. Now after you finish that initial raven quest, the raven will appear right here on this rock and he's gonna give you another quest. Now the quest this time is gonna be to kill some diamond spiders and prismarine spiders. That might be a little bit difficult if you're just arriving in this island, so it's okay to wait on that for now, but if you're able to do it, that's even better. But once you finish those two quests, guys, you come over here to the forge and go to armor, and you're going to be unlocking this raven helmet 1 out of 8 chance, and also this raven chestplate 1 out of 8. Now these are going to be very good for you guys. So now once you finish those two quests, guys, or even just the first one if you're too weak, now you're going to start making your new gear, and this is going to be your first gear set for this world. Now at this point, hopefully we're able to collect some snow white. I doubt you were able to get some eyesight. If you were, that's even better. The first recipe for your weapon, guys, you are going to be making a straight sword. You're going to ideally be aiming for that Hellstar that we picked up earlier, but it's alright if you get something worse like a cutlass or rapier. Just try and use 4 snow white and 3 frost fossil. Now what frost fossil is going to do is it's going to give your weapon more damage, so that's going to be really good for a passive. Now as for your armor, there are different passives that you can grab for your armor, but I wouldn't even recommend really getting into that at this point. I would just use the highest multiplier ores you have possible and just try and craft that wolf or raven armor. And just in case you guys didn't know, you should only be crafting heavy armor. So the heavy helmet is actually going to be 25 of any ore, and just use your highest multiplier, and it's going to give you a 51% chance. And then if you want to craft the leggings, do 30, it's going to give you a 49. And then I recommend using 38 for the heavy chestplate just to get it guaranteed. So yeah, guys, 25 for the helmet, 30 for the leggings, and 38 for the chestplate. Now once you guys are able to get your straight sword and your heavy armor, you should be a lot stronger now. And as long as you guys have kept progressing up on your Sensei Morrow and Bjorn quests, you should be at this point in the game. Now you guys are going to be reaching your first obstacle here. This is going to be the prismarine spider. This is where a lot of players start to struggle. So this thing is pretty tough to kill starting out, but you guys are actually lucky to be playing with this new cave update, because that raven armor is going to be absolutely insane for you guys. Now for this prismarine spider, if you can get people to help you, it's even better. Now you are going to have to do a good amount of damage to the prismarine spider to get participation, but if you're able to craft the wolf and raven armor and that sword that I told you guys about, you should be able to solo it. Alrighty folks, now it's time to finally upgrade your pickaxe. Now you should be at the point in Sensei Morrow's quest where he's asking you to mine the icy rocks and icy boulders. You are going to need a better pickaxe for this, so I recommend getting the aqua pickaxe, and make sure you guys equip your goblin race if you do have one. It's going to be lowering the cost of this. As you guys can see, goblin race brings this down from 375 to 330, so that's going to be really good. Now let's say you guys are a little bit low on funds. I recommend coming back to Island 2 and then actually just coming over here and killing these mobs. You should have that upgraded gear that I told you to forge. Now basically you're just going to run around here killing these enemies, and each kill actually gives you money, and then also once you finish killing them, you can go ahead and sell the superior essence to Greedy Cry at spawn. I'll show you guys that too in a second. One more thing, also make sure to pick up this amber quest right here. It's going to be asking you to kill the mobs down there, and it is just free money as you are going to be doing it anyways. Now after farming for a bit, you come to Greedy Cry right here and then go ahead and press yes. Now once you're talking to Greedy Cry, you're just going to go ahead and press max on all of your essence. Now it's okay to do this, guys, because the essence is very easy to get in this game. And now look at this, guys, I don't even have this much essence in here, but watch how much it's able to give me. Now just like that, guys, that's 25,000, and I'm telling you guys, it's very easy to get that essence. Alright guys, so go ahead and do that money farming method I showed you until you're able to afford this aqua pickaxe over here. Alrighty folks, once you have done all of that, now you should be pretty progressed into Sensei Morrow's quest and Bjorn's quest. Now it is time to head on over to the peak. Now follow me, you go to the left of spawn, past Bjorn, up this hill, take a right, and now we are here, guys. This is the peak. Okay guys, now once you make it up to the peak, this is where the grinding becomes a lot faster. Now you're gonna have these enemies up here, these elite orcs and the common orcs. Now what you're gonna be looking for is this room right here to the right. Now this room is absolutely insane for money making, guys. I'm just gonna run around real quick and kill these enemies and watch how much money I make. guys can see, my money just went up about 6,000 or 7,000 from 1 minute of grinding. And not to mention, I did also end up getting some more superior essence, which sells for more. I got like about 30 there, so that's really cool. Now, I have another video on my channel, but usually you make about 500,000 per hour farming here. You could probably make even more if you have a better race than me. However, you are going to have to be fairly progressed to farm here. Now, if you guys aren't able to farm here with that gear that we previously forged, it's okay, guys. Just go back to farming the volcanic chambers, and now it is time to buy our second pickaxe. Now, our second pickaxe is going to be the snow pickaxe. Now, it's going to be 750,000, but once again, if you buy with goblin race, it's about 670,000. So as you guys can see, goblin race is absolutely overpowered, so make sure to try and get your hands on that. You can put it on one of your side slots. It's gonna be super OP. Now, this snow pickaxe is actually gonna be the last pickaxe we're gonna be buying for a while, guys. Now, a lot of other guys will recommend you to buy this frost pickaxe, the void pickaxe, and then also come over here. If you guys didn't know, they have something called the prismatic pickaxe, which you can unlock, but I would recommend actually skipping all of that, guys. Now, you guys are super lucky to be playing after this new cave update, because with that money making method I showed you guys, you can actually skip all of these pickaxes. You do not have to buy that prismatic pickaxe over there or any of those frost or void. You can actually go ahead and skip all the way to dragon. Now, the dragon pickaxe is actually the pickaxe that I have equipped right now. It's right here, the dragon head pickaxe. Now, this thing is super broken, guys. And basically, to get this pickaxe, guys, after you do those 2 raven quests, you're going to come down here, run all the way down this cave. Now, avoid these spiders. These guys are super dangerous. Once you're at the end of this cave, once you see this heart looking thing, you just want to take a right turn. You see these leaves, go through them. It's actually a secret entrance. There's going to be another raven over here. He's going to give you the raven leggings if you beat his quest, but you can ignore that for now. Now, this is what you really want. You're going to want to talk to these 3 guys over here in this order, from Aaron to that guy, and then Morvith. So Aaron's gonna be asking you for a prismatic heart, which you can actually get from the prismatic spiders. It says it's a 1 out of 30,000 chance, but don't worry, guys, it's a lot less than that. And then next is gonna be the Yeti heart for this guy, and you can get that from the Yetis, which I'll show you later on. And then finally, the golem heart. This is gonna be a little bit more difficult to get, but as long as you're following this guide, you should be progressing and able to beat the golem eventually. But I was just showing you guys this for now. This is gonna be the end goal. You are not gonna be getting this anytime soon. For now, you guys just want to start grinding the peak, and what's cool about the peak is you're going to be unlocking these new ores. Now, these ores are a huge jump. Now, even the starter ore is 7.2, and it's just a rare, and it goes all the way up to a 25x, guys. Now, after grinding the peak for a bit, guys, it's finally time to craft your second gear set. Now, I'm going to be showing you all the recipes you're going to need, so come over here to the forge. Now, you should have collected various types of ores at this point, like the lagrite, mist vein, and for the armor, at least, it's going to be the same thing. Once again, we're not worried about passives. Just throw in the ones with the highest multiplier possible, and once again, aim for wolf or raven. But the weapon, however, is going to be pretty important. Now, this first recipe is what I'm going to be recommending. You're going to want to farm for this. Ideally, if you were able to get Swordfire, you want to use 1 Swordfire, 2 Eyesight, 2 Void Stars, and 2 Crimsonite. This is just if you were lucky enough. If you didn't get Swordfire, you can just use 3 Eyesight, so the recipe is going to be 3 Eyesight, 2 Void Star, and 2 Crimsonite, and you're going to be aiming for a higher tier straight sword here, either Chaos or Holy Slayer. Now, it's okay if you get something like the Rapier. I was using that for a while until I finally got my sword that I have now, and my sword is actually that first recipe I showed you guys, and it's actually super OP, as you guys can see. Just look at these passives I have. These are absolutely insane, guys. What the days? What happened to my game? What the flip is this? Why does my game look like Play-Doh? Not too sure what's going on with my game, guys, but don't mind that. However, once you crafted that second gear set, now you are officially in the end game, guys. Now, at this point, all you're going to be grinding is money and the golem boss. Now, I'll show you guys that in a second. Now, to farm money, you're going to be farming here like I showed you before. If you want a more in-depth tutorial, I made another video, but forget that for now. We're going to be focusing on the golem boss. Now, the entrance for the golem boss is going to be straight from the peak, and this guy's going to be a bit tricky unless you guys know the attack pattern. But as long as you guys followed along and crafted that gear, as you guys can see, I have that exact gear that I showed you. I used random ores for my armor and went for the wolf and raven, and for my weapon, it's just gonna be that recipe I showed you, and that's all you're gonna really need for this boss. I'll show you guys a clip of me beating the boss right now.
Here we go.
guys, if you made it this far, congratulations, because you are officially done with the forge. As you guys can see, I've completed nearly all of the quests. The only thing I need left is just mining. I need to mine these floating crystals and get the stolen heart, which is fairly easy to do. I have a video on how to do this if you go to my shorts. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet because I don't really need to, in my opinion. We're just about done now. I'm gonna go ahead and show you one more thing and then we're gonna wrap up this video. So the last thing I wanted to show you guys is actually the rune. So as you guys can see, I enhanced all my gear to 6, so you can unlock 2 rune slots, and then I also enhanced my weapon to 7, but you need legendary essence, which only drops from the golem boss for that. But I just want to show you guys which runes I'm using. Now for the armor runes, it doesn't particularly matter if it's rage or briar notch. I personally just use runes with high swiftness because that's what I like. You guys can use whatever you want just based on your preference. However, your weapon runes are gonna have to be pretty specific. Now this thing is absolutely insane, guys. I'm going to show you. This only drops from the golem boss, this frostbite 2, and look at the passives this gives you guys. It gives you 3 passives: freeze for 3 seconds, crit chance, and lethality. This thing is absolutely broken, guys. You want to go ahead and farm the golem boss until you can get these rarity 2s. You can actually get unlucky and get something like this, the chill dust 2. It doesn't even have 3 passives and it's actually pretty bad. Just keep farming, guys. You'll eventually get something like this. This is the ideal one you can get. Also have this one. This one isn't as great, as you can see. And then one more thing, this is actually the craziest part. The golem boss actually drops a minor shard 2, and look at what this thing can give, guys. Plus 13% luck and plus 15% mind power on the same rune. Now if you can get 4 of these, imagine how OP your pickaxe will be, guys. That's what I'm currently working on right now. But yeah, guys, that's actually gonna be the end of the video, and if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe, because in the next video I'm gonna be showing you the craziest